everybody out there doing? Hey, I see there's a couple people with us. Hey, here is Keisha Parker, and we have
Hi.
been being out. I was doing a lot of fussy cutting. I think you guys might have seen that. I am so glad that you're here with me. I am refreshing my screen so I can chat with
Yeah,
you.
there we go.
So this is going to be something completely different. Keisha talking about I'm going to do a whole layout with you super fast. It's almost done, so it'll be really fast. But while Keisha shows us her awesome products, I'm going to be doing a layout on this side. So we are going to be having so much fun. Keisha, let's
Yes.
introduce you and see
Okay.
to me. Talk to us.
All right. Well, I'm Keisha Parker and I'm with CutterPillar. CutterPillar has been in the crafting world for probably about 12 years. We started with our paper trimmers, which are amazing, which we may get to later. But then about 6 years ago, we created some LED light boards. And these light boards are amazing because what they do is they just make your whole crafting area brighter. And I'm sure you've seen in some of Martha's videos, she uses the light board religiously. She does all of her paper crafting on there. You can do so many different things on the light board. So that's kind of what we're going to be talking about today. Um, yeah, we
Love
can
it.
get
I'm
started
absolutely
or
perfect. Hey, La Francis, how are you? And Beth, Beth is my New Jersey princess, is what I like to call her. How are
oh,
you doing,
cute.
Cindy? And we were talking earlier also. How are you? I'm so glad you're here with me. Okay, so I am doing some little fussy cutting. Did anybody guess what paper line this was? I was putting it up earlier. It is an oldie but goodie, right?
It's so
Let's
cute.
It is adorable. It is adorable. I sent out a message and said, Anna Griffin, bring it back. Because I want to say that this is 2008. Because, we hoard paper around this house. It's
Yes,
an old
yes.
one, but good. Okay, so I'm going to bring over my little phone over to the top so that we can both see our screens to be working while Keisha is talking about all of these wonderful boards, just like you guys have always been seeing me do. Hello,
Yeah.
Susie. Hey, Cindy, how are you? I'm going to,
Good
excuse me,
morning,
want to
everybody.
bump around here a little bit. And
Okay.
I'm going to bring this right over. There we go. And
Okay.
you guys can see all of my little space. You see that I'm already all lit up.
Oh, look
And
at that.
look at that. Okay, let me bring it up a little bit more. I know that this is like a little vertical view, and you guys just bear with me. It's the way it
Okay.
is for this double view of it. Okay. Yes, you'll just have a little neck pain. Uh, but I'm sorry when you see my both of us here. Oh, how fabulous! Perfect. I'm looking to see
Great.
if that is the right size.
Yeah, I
Good.
think it looks good.
Okay. Perfect. Perfect. All righty.
Okay.
So talk to us and tell us about this lovely board that I use all the time.
Okay. So this board is called our Ultra Light board. The reason we call it the Ultra is because just the sheer size. This is one of my very favorite products that we carry because what it is, it's got multiple levels of light. So you can adjust that because sometimes we don't need as bright. I always like it on the brightest because I like to have all the light I possibly can. But this texture right here, this is plexi acrylic. So on here, you can use it for like your tracing, sketching. You can do your two-step stamping on here. I love to do the diamond art. You can actually do the little beads that you put on your little designs. You can do that right here on your light board because you can see the pattern so much better. So you can do all that right here on the light board. But the best feature is that it comes with this self-healing cutting mat. Now this mat is awesome. It comes with a little bit of a grip surface on the back that will keep it in place so it won't move around. But now when it's on top of the light, now your whole entire work surface is lit up. So you can see what you're cutting. You can use a rotary blade or you can use an X-Acto knife, any of your favorite ones, and you can cut right on here. So say you're doing like a two-page layout, this one is big enough. This is going to hold your 2 pages. And what I love is I can just make sure that I'm lined up with the measurements on the mat. And then when I'm putting on my embellishments or I want to put a title or anything like that, I can make sure it's going to be exactly where I want. The mat does cover the entire board, so the total cutting space is 19 by 26. But as you can see, the way Martha's working on there, like you can just see everything so much better when you've got the light underneath.
I love it. And on top of mine, I have the little glass. And the
Yeah,
reason for the glass is I just feel like I have a mandatory space for me to craft on. Okay, because I don't know about you, but when I get going, I end up in a 2 inch by 2 inch space. I say that I'm
yeah.
on a, but how do I end up
In this
on this
tiny
little
little space.
space? So to me, I feel like, okay, this is not going to get interrupted. This is
Right.
my entire spot.
Hmm.
And then the glass also, when I'm gluing, you just have to rub it
Yes.
off or scrape it off, or I use a wipey that's a little wet, and
Or you
it's
can
done.
just take it to the kitchen sink and clean it off because it's just glass.
It is X-Acto knife, and here you see me working on it because I can hear it. I know I'm yappy right now, chatty patty over here.
That's okay.
Here that I have cut into it. When I'm working around this little thing, I can hear and I can see that I cut into it. So it goes, I know we all have time issues in our life. And so when I
Yes.
start doing this, I'm efficient. I'm not
Yeah.
trying to be fast by any means, but I'm efficient
Well, because you
and
can
I can get,
see.
yes, I can get more done at
Yes,
the same time. Now,
for
can you
sure.
figure out how to find my paper? And I'm all over that. Because I know I was talking to my sweetie pie friend, Monica, in San Antonio, just down the road.
Uh-huh.
And she said, I am always spending all of my time just looking for my products
Yes.
because it's big. I can see it all. I know where I'm at. And
Yep.
here is 2 entire pages.
Look at
And you
that.
can see that. It's super fun and easy to do. So I am in love with that big part. Um,
It's an additional piece that you can use on any of our light boards except for our tiny one. We do have a small one that it won't really fit, but you can use it on any of the light boards. It's kind of a mixed media mat. So, like Martha said, you can do gluing and stamping and inking and painting, glitter. If anybody likes glitter, this is great for glitter because you keep the mess just right here on your glass mat, and your light board and your cutting mat don't get all messy, and then you can just clean it off in the kitchen sink. But you can even use an X-Acto knife to scrape off. Say you left some glue on there, like a hot glue gun or something. You can scrape it off because the checkered pattern is on the back side. So you're never going to scrape off that pattern. What I love with the Ultra is I love to have both surfaces. I see Martha's got
yes.
hers right there in the middle. I like to have one on the left, one on the right. That way I've got my cutting surface and my really messy surface all right here in one nice clean area.
I don't call myself a messy crafter. I will get freaky about glue left over on my fingers and ink on my fingers, but this is a wipe and go. And on the mat is also wipe and go. So I am just really happy with the way I have been working with it. Oh my goodness, look at everybody here.
Look at
Hello.
that. Welcome, everybody.
It is super fun and easy. Now tell me about my new little fun friends here. I just got these. I kind of gave them to myself as a gift.
Oh, yes, the magnets. Well, I do want to just mention one more thing you can do with the glass, because we always have cross crafters. So we might have some sewers or quilters out there. The glass will actually take the heat of an iron. So if you
Oh
do
my,
anything with heat, an embossing gun or a glue gun or a little iron, this is my cute little demo iron. It's not actually on, but you can actually iron right on top of the glass.
genius. I am
Yeah,
loving that. Uh,
but
that's like totally blowing my mind right now because I hate to take out my board.
right. You can just iron right there on your glass while it's on your light board.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. Okay, so the new thing she's talking about that she just got are magnets. So we have a couple of new boards that actually have metal plates that are already built in. So you can use magnets on top of your light board, but the Ultra does not have them built in. So we created these little metal plates. These you can attach to the back of your board, and now you can be magnetic. So as you can see what Martha's doing right there, she's holding down her pieces. So it will hold down your paper, or if you're doing like a little sketch, you can hold down like your fabric to sketch on the fabric, or your diamond art, or whatever you're working on, you can keep it there in place and it's not going to move around. So that's a
I
nice feature that you get to use now.
I think it's really fun to do that when I'm in the design mode because I can
Hmm.
see if I'm going to like it because I have been using way too much of that temporary adhesive glue. And if
Oh,
I put it together with just my little magnets, then I know I can just keep going and
yep.
not worry about the gunk I have to take off of
Right.
that space.
Right.
So I really like that.
Yeah, it's a nice feature because you can kind of keep things in place. Like, say you get a phone call or the doorbell rings or the dog, hears something, or you have to stop crafting for a minute. Everything's going to stay in place. You can come right back to it when you have the time.
I'm in love with that. That is just really fun. Um, now tell me, now this is the one that has to stay plugged in, but some of your
Yes.
other boards can travel, like they
Yeah.
battery power in it.
Yes. So we do. The one that has the battery is actually called our premium number two. This is our premium number two. You'll see it's half the size of the Ultra, but the best part is that you can unplug it and you can turn it on and still use it. So it's got the 4 levels of light. The mat does cover the entire board. The thing about this one, it's one of our newer versions. This one actually has texture on the back and on the top. So say you're putting your 12 by 12 layout, you can just keep it on there and it kind of keeps it in place so it doesn't slide around. This one also has metal plates that are built in, so you don't need to use your little metal plates. You can
Oh
just hold.
wow.
It's already built in. Look at that. You can just hold it
That
right there in place.
so I can just travel to the couch with that and
Yeah.
now and I can put heat.
The only way you can put heat on this is if you use your glass mat. But
Perfect.
see, it'll
Perfect.
fit right there on the light board. Fits really
Yes.
nice on there, and then you can use all the heat on the glass mat.
On the glass.
Hmm. Yes, if you're doing anything with heat, you want to make sure you have the glass.
Perfect. Okay.
But yeah, this
I
is
love
a great size because you can take it with you to a crop or a class or in a basement. Maybe there's not a good lighting in the basement or you want to
yes.
sit and watch TV. You can hold it in your lap. And that one's called our premium number two. So if you're taking a look at the website, be sure to go to cutterpillar.com and use Martha's code. It's Martha's with an S. So use that code and you're going to save 15% off anything Caterpillar.
That is perfect. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Yeah, of
Um,
course.
I know my sweet friend Pamela already got her Caterpillar because we've been sharing it at a crop together and we
Oh,
have it. It's
fun.
a traveling bag. So we both,
Yes.
she saw it on line with me and I was like, how fabulous this is to work with. She's traveling right now, so she's probably not with us hanging out, but usually
Yeah.
she's with us. Just down the
Well, and
road from Fort
and
Worth
I
from
oh, well, that's fun.
life. I am spinning my little paper around, but
Mhm.
it is, I'm putting a little bit of pressure on it, but I can see if I went through or not because the little light is going through my
The
little
paper.
paper.
Right.
Yes, and I can see where I need to change my blade out because I can see that I'm dragging the paper, or maybe I'm pressing too soft or too hard because the paper is getting that little bundled piece up. But and I am one of those that is afraid of the X-Acto knife, just like I'm afraid of the hot glue gun.
Yeah.
And I don't know where that is coming from, but I work with sharp tools. I'm in dentistry in my real world
Oh,
life. So I don't know why I am afraid of the X-Acto knife, but I have
yeah.
done. So, but here it's just super easy. I know I'm cutting,
Mhm.
and I know some of us get a little crazy about the fussy cutting situation here, okay? But you see how big of a border that is that I'm working around?
Right.
Don't worry about trying to get into all of those little crevices. Just go for it.
Yeah. Just go for it.
Is go in here with a little gold where I've been cutting,
Yeah.
and it kind of looks like it's there already. And
It
I
does.
don't have to do anything different about it because the glass board is going to be just perfect.
Yep.
You can see
You won't
where
get
I stop.
your
Yes,
table all messy. You won't get anything messy
yes,
because you've got the glass right there.
absolutely.
Well, and I did want to point out, so the mat that when you get your Ultra, the mat that comes with it is the one that does have the grids. But you can see
Yes,
that Martha is using a different mat. So that's another accessory you can use for the light board. It's actually our clear cutting mat. So this one
yes.
does not have all the lines going through it.
And I have the one that is without the grid because
Right,
I love the glass on mine and I didn't need to see extra lines.
right.
So I really appreciate the option of being able to pick what little something special to the edge that we just cut around. Now, it doesn't matter
Yes.
if it's a big old mess of an edge.
No?
I didn't get anywhere near those little pieces of what is that called? A rosebud, I think, the little leaves or whatever.
Yeah, I think so.
I I am not even getting anywhere near that. And it's just that little edge is getting covered up. I am not paying attention to where I'm putting the gold, but I know I
No?
can see it. I know I can see it there.
Yep,
And
you can
I
see it
can
all
come
because the
back.
light's right underneath.
Yes, yes, it's all right there. If I was concerned, I would just give myself a little wipe, but I'm not really concerned. And this little paper is going to go right on top. So I already cut this one out,
Mhm.
and I decided to go into this little vertical area and maybe right on top of that one. This one is going to be right there.
Did you fussy cut out all those squares?
I fussy cut all those squares, and did I leave any for me to do before while I was here with you? No, but I fussy cut the little squares because sometimes that's a little annoying to see. So I wanted
Right.
to do it while I was ahead of time, but I
Yeah.
kind of wanted to do another little fussy cut right on top of this one. But yeah, so we have what else? Oh, show us the paper trimmers because your paper
Okay.
trimmers are like exact. Like
They
they don't
are.
break down.
Well, and the cool thing is this is actually where CutterPillar started originally, is with our paper trimmers. So I will show you how cool these guys are. So first of all, you've got a rotary blade that is housed inside this cartridge. What I like about that is I don't have to worry about cutting myself, or I can let my kids use the paper trimmer and I do not have to worry about them getting hurt. There's a track underneath this bar right here, and there's gears inside the cartridge. So it's doing the work. You're just kind of guiding it along. You don't really have to put a lot of pressure when you're cutting. This is a soft metal and a hard metal in there. So every time you run your blade, you actually sharpen your blade to keep it nice and sharp. That way you're always going to get that nice, sharp, straight cut. This one has a 13-inch base. So when you are putting your 12 by 12 on here, this is really, I did green on green. That's funny. I've got this 12 by 12 sheet right here. Didn't realize it's green on green. But it will hold your 12 by 12. And it's going to be a nice smooth cut every time. The one thing that I didn't tell you about is that it's got an LED light. So the LED light will show you your cut line. You can see right here. You can see exactly where you're going to be cutting. So say you matted your photo and you've matted it off just a little bit and you need to trim just a little bit off. Instead of using the scissors, you're going to be able to line it up and like see this page right here. I've got these little cards. I can line these up and I can get them exactly straight, exactly where they are, because I can actually see, not only can I measure, but I can see when I'm cutting. So it makes it really nice to cut out these little squares. And it's really fast and easy. I can cut both ways. And it's a nice, smooth cut every single way. This is cool.
Asked about Beatrice said she how long does the light last? Hey B in California, how are you, my sweet friend? So
Yeah, my best friend Melody is on here. She's answering questions. So she's hiding over in the corner.
oh, thank you so much. I just know her is what we say.
Oh, you know her, know her. Well,
Know her.
I like the comment from Yvonne. Cussy cutting for me, not fussy cutting. It's cussy cutting.
Exactly. Look on this glass. I am gone. Okay.
Yeah, look at that. Look at
Is
that.
so I am not using my favorite tool here because this one is working so well. I didn't change my blades out on the other ones.
Okay.
But I can really hear if I'm quiet that
That's the challenge.
it's giving you that I know I went through and I can see the light going through it.
Yeah.
I'm going around. And again, I have so much 12-inch room. You know, as a double page scrapbooker, I
Yes.
am always happy to have more room.
Right.
And B, sweetheart, this one is for you because you know what? This is a flat page. If I have not put a single pop-up dot in this baby, and you know I'm a pop-up dot girl. So look. Perfect. I am so glad somebody is helping us with the questions. That is fabulous.
Yeah.
Now, so I'm not going to have to buy a new row because that is already there. It's
Yes.
going to be yeah, and then the light. So does that have to be plugged in or is there a battery or what happens with that?
It actually has four, you put 4 AA batteries in the back. And it's got a little switch that on nighttime you can just turn it off so you don't waste your batteries. So you just turn that on and off. And then this one actually has a little secret drawer. So you can put extra paper, X-Acto knives, any of your little tools. You can even hide some cash if you want to, because nobody's going to look in your paper trimmer for money.
No. No.
So this one's called our Pro. This one has the 13-inch base. We do have another version. This version is actually called our Crop. So it's half the size. It's about a 7-inch base, but it does have a swing arm that goes out to 17.5 inches. So it will hold your 12 by 12. You've got all the measurements right up top. All the measurements go all the way to 17.5 inches. And the mechanism over here works identical to the bigger one. So you're going to get that nice, same smooth cut every time. And it's got the LED light as well.
Oh, that is perfect because then that's small enough I can take it travel with me.
Yes, it's nice and easy. If you don't have that much room in your crop room, you can just put it up on a shelf or just leave it out all the time. Mine stays out all the time because I'm constantly cutting things.
I am in love with that. That is so perfect.
Yeah, I feel
I
like this
am
is your next purchase, Martha.
Yes, I think that one is on my list because I had to do the magnets because I knew I was going to like that. I have
Yes.
my bag. It's actually already packed for my next event. So, um
This bag, the
the
big ultra
the
bag.
big gray bag, yes.
Yes, this is a
Uh,
great bag.
I was thinking about trying to figure out how to put my name on it.
Oh,
Cricket, and I have all that lovely stuff that you're supposed to do, but
yeah.
I'm usually one that ties ribbons or something to it
Hmm.
to make it look
To make it
pretty
more individualized. Yeah.
because I don't have enough work already. Yeah.
Right, right. You don't have as enough projects in the works.
Yes. 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 Yes.
Yeah,
So
this
I
bag
am
is
using.
great. This will hold your Ultra. It does have double padding all the way through. It's got these reinforced corners here on the bottom to protect your board and your mat. You've also got these little feet on the bottom, so you can store your board upright if you wanted to. It's got a nice big pocket here in the front. So right in there, you could put your glass mat or you could put your paper or any of the extra things you want to take with you. Nice little pocket here in the front. This is where I usually put like my cell phone or my electrical cords, anything right there in that pocket. It does have the briefcase handles and a nice padded shoulder strap. The one thing on this bag that's really nice is you've got this little tabby, so you can put that on like a suitcase or a rolly cart. But I like it because it takes a little bit of weight off of your shoulder because
Yes.
the board weighs about 9 or 10 pounds, so it is a little heavier. So if you're traveling a long while, you can use that to kind of take some weight off of your shoulder. But this is one of my favorite bags. I travel all over the country for different shows, and I love. Sometimes I buy souvenirs and I actually use the bag to bring them home.
Yes. Oh my goodness. I That is a wonderful idea. I love that. I love that.
Yeah. Looks like we had another question. Let's see. Where did the question go? Donna McPherson. Does the glass mat fit the Caterpillar Glow? Yes, it does. So the Caterpillar Glow is the same size as the premium that we pulled out here.
So which one do I have? I have the glow is the one that fits two pages, right?
The Ultra is the one that fits the 2 pages. The Glow is 13 by 19,
Okay.
the one
Perfect.
that she's talking about. Yeah. So yes, the glass will fit on the lighted area of the mat. To answer your question, Donna.
Donna McPherson. She
Donna
knows all.
McPherson.
Yes, I think it's Donna McPherson. I haven't, but
I think so. Yeah.
she's a sewing person, so I know she's thinking that she needs this for all her sewing patterns and all those new baby clothes that she's going to be making for her new grandbaby. I know that Donna is a sewing master.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
Okay, yeah,
yes,
she's gonna love having a glow and the glass mat so she can iron all of her seams and she can press them
yes.
down. She does anything with applique, you can iron all your applique patterns right on here. And you can either put the glass right on top of your cutting mat or you can take the cutting mat off and just have the glass on top of the board.
Yes, I know that that is a huge bonus because yeah, I'm already thinking I need one of these glass mats in my closet slash dressing room because then I can just iron on it. It's so much
There you
smaller.
go. Yeah.
Um,
It's not so big like an ironing board.
yes, yes, and then I could still have it in my little space. And yeah, I'm thinking that's a good location for it.
Yes, I agree. I never
And I
thought about that, but
travel
that
with
would be
this.
great.
So tell me how sturdy this is as far as it being able to break or not break, because this one is going to be traveling with me. And
The
I've
glass
taken,
or the
yes,
light board?
the glass.
Well, it's tempered, so it's treated. So if it happens to fall off your table, it's not going to shatter. I mean, if you take a truck and you run it over, you might break it. But if it just happens to fall off your table, but if you're traveling, make sure you put it in the bag because that will keep it protected. My partner and I, we have actually packed them in suitcases and always put them in the bag to keep them protected. and they end up coming just fine. We've never had a shattered glass yet. I'll knock on wood, but we've never had one shatter. Yeah. And then that board, or excuse me, the bag actually has the protective corners and it's all double padded. So it will protect your light board and your cutting mat and any of the tools that you want to bring with you.
Perfect. I think that is just genius because, we do all travel. We all want to go and be in person with each other.
Yes, we do.
We want to go see people, and I think that is a huge thing. Um, it's just different. I know that our time together on YouTube and on Zoom, we do Zoom classes, and
Yeah,
I love it, but there's nothing like being in person and hanging out with your buds,
I
going
agree.
to lunch. And so, yes, we need all our stuff to be travel
Crafty.
worthy. Yes.
What are you working on now? Are you making a
Okay.
ribbon?
So this is a
Oh,
technique where
uh-huh.
I'm holding the space with one pencil and pressing down with the next one. I just did this recently. Well, it was a video that was like 4 years old and I redid it on my little TikTok thing. But
Oh,
everybody
okay.
was like freaking out, and I thought, well, we haven't talked about that recently, so this is. And I have a very sticky
Oh, perfect.
uniform because nobody wants a ruffle that is all up and down in different sizes. So when I'm pressing down with the pencil, I'm holding its space,
Oh, I see. Okay.
and then you're able to keep those little up and down hills and valleys nice and tight because I do love a nice textured
Look at that.
page. So uh, and nothing is going to be getting stuck because I'm underneath is my little glass mat that I just
Yes.
love.
Well,
And
and
I
I
am
noticed there's no shadows when you're filming this and you're doing your crafting right there. I don't see any shadows because the light comes from underneath.
that helps me on my side. I didn't really even think about the benefit that it was helping my viewers.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking when I purchased this, I thought, I need this light. I need to see
Right.
better when I'm working. People are asking me questions and I don't even know what they're talking about. Um, but yes, so I'm able to see so much better. And I love having just a nice, clean space where I can really enjoy my product, whatever I'm working on, whether I'm working on, this little mat. If it's most of my patterns are busy. So I do
Mm-hmm.
need to see everything else around nice and clean. So there's the
Right.
ruffle.
How cute.
Isn't that just so cute? And it's going to go
Yes.
on this page, this direction. Okay.
That's so cute.
Super, super easy.
Yeah, I love the
Um,
texture.
it's just fun, right?
Yes.
And
So cute.
you see, I already have lost where I'm at with my other stuff. That's why it's so important for me to have this entire 24-inch space so I can
Yeah.
see where it's going. Otherwise, it would have been
Yeah.
all on top of each other.
Right.
Super,
Right. It's
super
good to be
easy.
able to line them up and make sure that you've got them symmetrical. So make
And
sure, I see everybody's talking about how they want to get the glass or maybe you need the light board. Go to cutterpillar.com and
perfect.
check out all the products and use Martha's code. It's just Martha's with an S. So Marthas. Use that code and you're going to save 15% on your order.
Thank you so much. Okay,
Of
so
course.
I try to do like an hour at the most, but I had so much fun. I wasn't even looking to see what time it is. It is 12:30. Oh my goodness. So thank you. Thank you. Okay, I'm so glad that everybody's liking this. You guys know that I
Yeah.
forever on my board. It's just a new thing that I have going on with Caterpillar. I've talked about it before. I need to disclose that I do get a little bit of money from this. And so I do want to show you something that I'm very picky about the products that I use. You guys know that I'm not playing around with what I'm using. We've
Right.
talked about $4 paper before. So if it's going to be $4 paper, you need to have good quality base underneath to cut with. That is just
Yes.
so fun for me to use. Those I have not invested on the cutting tool. I need to sit there and do that. That is just
Yeah,
going.
I think you do.
I love that it is packable. I'm gonna take it with me somewhere because I do
Yes.
want to go travel. I keep
Right.
telling little girlfriends I have one
Uh-huh.
something fun for a couple of weeks in I don't know what is it called, the Outer Banks with hubby for a little
Oh,
vacation.
fun.
It's our anniversary. We call
Oh,
it the
congratulations.
so 4th of July is our anniversary, and I wanted to say this is my anniversary. No, what is it called? Engagement dress. We had an
En
engagement party 30 years ago.
Oh,
This dress was on me. I think I used,
wow.
but yeah, it again, this dress was not super cheap, but I bought it. It was an engagement thing. And so that's what I'm talking about, quality. Pick your
Yeah.
things wisely and use them nicely. And really, this is something that I absolutely love. You guys know. And I'm going to say maybe I can come back with you guys sometime this weekend and do another little live so we can finish this page.
Yeah,
And oh my goodness, look at everybody
sounds
here.
great.
George, I'm so happy you're here with me.
Oh, I
Um,
love it.
I am so thrilled. And Mabel and Susie, oh, I'm so happy, you guys. Keisha, how do we
Yes.
wrap this up? What do we need to
We
say?
just make sure you go to cutterpillar.com. Check out all of the specials we've got going on. Use Martha's link. She put that in the description. You can either go through the link or you can go to cutterpillar.com, which is spelled CutterPillar.com. Use her code Martha's with an S, and you're going to save 15%, and you are going to start loving crafting with all the light possible.
Yay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Keisha, for hanging out with me.
Thank you. Thank you for
This was
having
some
me
first
on.
for
It's
us
been
to
so
be
fun.
together. So I am
Yes.
loving that. I'm going to have more guests on.
Oh,
Joy,
for
where
sure.
are you? Perfect. Thank you so much. And I will see you guys hopefully sometime this weekend before I pack up and leave. You.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.